You built something. You made something grandiose. You didn't quite expect the amount of energy that was going to come when you reached your goal. There's a lot of energy that comes with success. There's also a lot of energy that comes with the remembrance of all the failures. And it's trying to prove itself correctly. Because that's been the normal. And now you are the successor. You created something very, very valuable. And you knew it, that's why you kept going. That's why you put those nights into your project, into your creation. You put those days into your creation. You were thinking about it wherever you were going. You molded your lifestyle to assist you in the creation of something that is your absolute genius. This is where you are the shining star. And it's so shining that you can't even see it. You're used to the light that is you. And now others have seen. You are the headline of your community. You made it. You did it. But there's a lot of energy that comes with that. There's a lot of energy that comes with that. At first, it feels good. But it also feels so wrong. And there's actually nothing in this whole universe that will convince you otherwise until you can sit down with yourself and really reason with yourself that you did every single step of the way perfectly. You created something that impacts humanity. You became a global leader in your specific genius. And you know that you deserve it. You've been working on this for a very long time. You know that you are the perfect fit for this position. But here's what is never really told to you. There are deeper levels of you that need to be truly brought into a place where you are yourself for yourself, because of yourself, by yourself. So think of it as you've been in the cave creating all the stuff. And you've been there so long, you had no idea you could travel through time. And you got your creation to a completion, and you came outside, and it's not the same time zone. It's not the same time frame. People don't look the same. And you came out, and everyone is amazed at everything that you are, but the amount of things that you can hear and know about all of these other people are so deep within inside of you that you take them on as your own insecurities. Because every time someone's looking at you or interacting with your energy, it is a judgment. It is what they wanted, what they needed. And you weren't working with them because they didn't believe in you. They weren't a part of the process. You were there by yourself, and you're just so not used to having so many energies excited by your energy. You've been the one in a cave. You turned your blinders on to get your accomplishment. And now that you have accomplished it, there is this sense of there's a lot of other people in the world, and there's a lot of things affecting me that I don't understand or know. And that's really where you want to come and have a conversation with myself. You can only do that through membership. This is where the exclusive conversations happen. It is only at ENYELAH.com. I have been through the changes of environment, the changes of energy, and knowing and needing and requiring to create these boundaries on deeper levels, which I had never needed to before. Because I didn't know it was something that was going to be so dictation orientated of my life from these other thoughts and opinions and behaviors that others do in connection with my specific energy. They don't connect to it, but they personally see it and desire to connect to it, and they don't know their own abilities to do so. And so you have to be the stronger one. You have to be the one that decides to walk out of the old grid system. Everything that you have understood and known about how you connect with people and how you care and how you can be so relaxed around people and how you can be the giver. As an inventor, you are not a person who actually enjoys all of the limelight. It is because you are a genius, you are an inventor, you like to be on your own. But now that you have reached this place, it is important for you to maintain it. And in order to maintain it, you need to balance your energy. You need to live for yourself, by yourself, because of yourself. It will be similar to you being in the cave, but you're out in reality. It is a requirement for you to feel safe within inside of your own self, walking down the street or going out of your own house or even living in your own house, having a sleep. Once you've obtained your success, all of these fears download. Because now there are so many eyes looking at you. And you never knew that the energy could be so intense. You have all of the spirits in different places judging you. And you never knew so many people could be so, wow, are people really like that? Well, they are. There's so many things that are very detrimental to our own psyche that happen when we reach success. Because of others' jealousy is a lot of it, or competition. You'll find the people who have never spent a day trying to invent something, telling you how your invention should have been made. And in reality, you can see these things, and you're quite aware that the person is not an engineer of any type. So it's easier to just wash it away. But in the age of where we are now, which is where people can connect to any person and they've never met them, you need to be that strong system for yourself, because it is more than just a community. It is more than just one thing coming against you. It is many different cultures and many different ways that you don't even know how they exist. But because on the deeper levels, nobody is speaking one specific language of their own tongue. It is in vibrational types of languages, so you get the intention. You quickly start to learn that somebody who is a judge, which you would normally take as a peer, is somebody who has never put in not an hour into creating anything for anyone nor themselves. But it takes a long time to get to this place of realization, because you have always believed anytime there is a voice near you, there must be a peer. This is what happens when you push yourself in your own community. You're only surrounded by peers, people who have the same educational levels, same cultural understandings of life, whatever it is specific to your community, to your speciality, to your genius. But when you are surrounded with a bunch of, for lack of a better word, ignorant humans, they believe they know. Everybody who has a phone now believes they know everything about everything, but the process, nobody knows about the process, the experience that it takes. They can have the steps all day and night, but did they actually do the steps? These are the things that you learn to see in deeper realms, and you learn how to filter out everything, and you learn how to have a system that keeps you in your cave, so that you can be you for you, because of you experiencing you, instead of having humans on deeper levels trying to converse with you, which is a natural phenomenon, actually. They're conversing with you, and then they're saying a whole bunch of things because they know they've seen you before, and they recognize it because they're in tune to certain things, but not all of the correct things. This is something that I've learned. People have often associated my energy with creation, the mother of creation. People have also associated my energy with the greatest rebel of all. Depending on what they're picking up on, will depend on how they react. I am also one that transforms souls on a deep and profound level, which can be very, very uncomfortable. And what do you do to someone who transforms you when you were not experiencing the desire for that? It is something called WAR. I have experienced a lot of it in my day by me just naturally being my honestly sweetest, happiest self. Everyone wanted to go into my cupboards and take what I had. So I had to learn how to be the system. I became the system, as well as staying into my own, but I realized the depth and the power of my energy was used to create worlds, universes. So I decided to make it more complicated. I decided to go bigger, deeper, stronger, more powerful than the energetic systems that are. And I did it by being my deepest, most profound self, which is feminine in the most purest form. All these systems are masculine. To have a actual feminine built energetic system is actually the purity of spiritual systems in its most pure form. I had built many other things before this time, but it was all reliant on the male specific energies that hold the system together. So even though I had created everything inside, the one outside framework was not. So for me, what I have built goes down to the depths of past existence. I will have a lot of literature on this as the time goes on, but as I am still dealing with the successes and the energies of that continuously, I have had a head start on this, and I desire to allow you to see how I've done it. When your energy comes close to my energy and you have already gained the entrance of a specific layer of my existence, then you learn. And it is only when you've gained this specific energy, because it is coded completely differently than all of existence has done before. So everything you've ever known, it's done differently. You can't just tell somebody something and they get it anymore. And tell someone as the framework, they will not know how to do it. You could tell somebody the exact equation to their face and show them how to do it, and they will not get through because they will not be accessing the correct things. And certain people only have certain things that they can access. Because based upon your own intelligence as you go through, you will learn and you will formulate accordingly. And if you desire to exist, you will have to go left when previously you went right. Your whole mentality changes. Your whole chemical makeup shifts. Your whole human experience becomes like a cave walking around everywhere. It is the most beautiful experience you can have as someone who has had great success. And you have a very sensitive inside, the geniuses of this earth. You had to have had that in order to create what you did. And you need the security to maintain your mental, physical, spiritual health. This is really another viewpoint of what transformation of fate is changing those deep, deep things within inside of you and solidifying them in ways that is far beyond this world. It is far beyond this world to ground yourself in yourself. And it is so solidly purifying to everything that you are. Time to save yourself from whatever has been coming. Each day is perfectly made by you.